I mean, those guys are back there just with a way lower throttle percentage than what the guys up front. But that's the balance between track position and riding at the back. And what'll happen is if you have to put less fuel in, you're going to leapfrog them with a quicker pit stop when it's time to go under green.
Larry Mack, when do you want to make that final stop if we stay green?
Yeah, Mike, we pitted with 67 laps to go. We go back racing with 64 to go. Remember, the fuel window is somewhere around 42 to 46 laps. The window is open now, but I think what they'll do, they'll run it as long as they can. So I'm going to say somewhere around lap 178, just under 20 laps from now, which would be 22 to go in the race, lap 178, that's when you'll start seeing them hit pit road. I think in the next 10 laps, you'll start to see them try to get organized with each other as far as Fords with Fords, Chevys with Chevys, Toyotas with Toyotas.
And migrating to that bottom.
Thanks, Larry. 40 laps to go. The fuel window is open to make it to the finish. One more pit stop in the offing before the end of this Daytona 500.
Little Led Zeppelin.
Being pushed, it should be right side only for the 24. Josh?
23 of Bubba Wallace pits from the lead. Happy with that car. Will be fuel worthy for him. Same deal with Ryan Blaney. He's talking to the spotter about if he can do anything better. Jimmy?
Austin Cindric comes in fourth. He's led 37 laps today. 3 seconds of fuel only.
A heartbreaker for Jimmy Johnson. He got blocked in by a car entering the pit stall in front of him. Had to stop, back up, lost a lot of spots coming off. 34 cars on the lead lap, and if you're in it, you could win it. Wallace, Toyota, Cindric, Ford at the front on this restart.
We're outside of our need for fuel savings, Clint, so now it's time. We're going to see these guys push and shove more than they have all night. As you see right off the bat, Ryan Blaney wiggle around there through turn 2.
I already saw Keselowski back there with 5th, 6th row. He wanted that outside. I need room to go, and they want to move on the outside.
Second on the outside, William Byron, last year's winner, then Chase Elliott, then John Hunter Nemechek.
I see two teammates in that Hendrick camp lined up for the first time all night. I've seen somebody in front of that 9 that he wants to see, the 24, William Byron.
Well, Wallace trying to block both lanes here.
You see the urgency picking up in the back. That 3 wide happened immediately. No more fuel saving, folks. Wide open from here on out.
On the inside, Cindric and Blaney in Fords, and behind them, Kyle Busch in his 20th try to win the Daytona 500.
Walk together now. Third lane forward, 1 row back.
Chase Elliott leads the group on the high side. Jamie.
When Chase came down pit road, they took right side tires, and when he went back out, he thought maybe he had a loose lug nut. They looked at the video, looked at the pictures, told him you're all good, and you're good to go on fuel. Go for it.
He pulled up, wanted that outside, Kevin. Byron got with him.
Austin Cindric's team in the lead, talking strategy.
We push you right on the number right there. So you're in the same situation as stage 2, where you're kind of between the code 0, code 1. Do what you did in stage 2, and let's get the win. Going hard.
How about John Hunter going forward on that outside?
Second generation driver in the 42, Nemechek ahead of Wallace here.
There you see Bubba Wallace drag that top lane back down to the middle. Haven't seen John Hunter all night. Here he is, 33 laps to go in the Daytona 500. With not enough gas in the car.
Didn't quite get enough in it, huh?
Austin Cindric leading, 100% throttle. Sometimes throttles back a bit so he doesn't get too far out in front of Ryan Blaney, as happened at the end of stage number 2. And Ricky Stenhouse jumps out. Caution. Did I see it? Oh, sorry.
That light got me too earlier.
Jeez, where was that
There's a
flashing
blinking light back there on the other side of the wall.
It was not a caution light. Excuse us. Larry Mack could dive a little deeper on that Kyle Busch pit stop.
Yeah, Mike, I can tell you exactly the length of the pit stop for that A car. Again, doing just the fuel only, and it was 4.5 seconds. But that does not mean they got 4.5 seconds of fuel. That's how long he was stopped in his pit box.
Okay.
Well, usually when you see a car gain as much track position as they did, it's either a fantastic pit stop or it was short for a reason. And based upon the way that they're telling them to save fuel, it was short because they didn't get enough gas in it. Sometimes you got to gamble.
Well, and where he's riding is a good place too. He can control that a little bit and save a little bit. Start backing that throttle percentage up. There's a gauge. There's a percentage of their throttle angle on the dash, and they watch that. And that's how they control it.
Yeah, and
whoa,
man,
LaJoie was all sideways right there. That was a big time block. Almost stacked them all up. That was about the big one.
Where did he come from? Corey LaJoie led a bit earlier, got himself back